Hi, Nikki Wyatt, Karma Coach, talking to you today about rose essences and the healing power of roses, which I think a lot of us intuitively feel when we see roses. They are just they have such a strong energy to them and such a beautiful fragrance. In fact, if you want to open your heart very quickly, the easiest way to do it is to smell a rose. I mean, obviously not some of the commercially made ones in supermarkets that don't smell of anything, but ones that have been grown for a while in gardens and have a long history outside in the fresh air. They can smell quite stunning, and it just goes into your olfactory centers in the brain and really floods you with a really gorgeous scent and helps you to feel much more in your heart as you go forward. So roses work, unlike many plants, they are in their own system. They actually sort of have their own healing system within the plant family, the rose family, and they work very specifically on one energy center in the body, which is, as you might have guessed by now, the heart. And they really help you to heal the deep issues that we all carry around in our hearts. The heart is the great balancing chakra of the body. It's where, our fears come up, our survival fears come up from our lower chakras into the heart, our overthinking and our obsessions and our addictions and all those kind of things come from the upper chakras into our heart. And it's the big meeting point, and it's where our heart does that amazing alchemy and is able to transmute and transform all these difficult feelings. So our heart works very hard to do this, and anything we can do to help our heart to keep itself clear and balanced is really helpful on both a energy and a physical level. If you are suffering or, trying to resolve anything around deep feelings like judgment, like self-criticism, you've got a noisy inner critic, if you're struggling with self-esteem or you feel a lot of shame about something that you've done or that's happened to you, these are or perhaps you're even, feeling regretful about something that's happened. Or you find it very hard to trust people. These are all issues that rose essences can really help with because they really help to restore compassion and self-love and all the things that the heart does so well. And when it's functioning well, gives you a really wonderful life. So this video is going to be partly about the range of rose essences that crystal herbs do, and so that it doesn't become too long, there are in that range 16 single rose essences, 4 blends, and 1 spray. And this video is going to just tackle the first 10 single rose essences, and then I'll do a second one on the rest of the range. So we're going to kick off with Blue Moon Rose, which is a kind of purpley blue color. It's really unusual. And this is a really good one to take if you know that you're not able to feel wholeheartedly about things and you don't seem to, perhaps you feel a little bit numb and you can't really feel deeply about things. And you know that there's some kind of resistance to you feeling fully, but you don't know what it is. Blue Moon is great for that because it will go in and dissolve long forgotten issues, things that are way back in the past that you've forgotten about, and it will help to dissolve the resistance you might have to releasing and feeling those feelings that have been locked away in your heart. So it goes in and releases any painful wounding from the past. The next one is Compassion Rose. Compassion Rose is about connecting you to your higher mind or your higher self or your higher guidance, whatever you want to call it. And it's particularly good if you are feeling lost or lethargic or you feel you don't quite know what direction to go in. Maybe once you did, but you suddenly sort of feel a bit purposeless and you're not quite sure how to move forward. Compassion Rose will bring back your joie de vivre. You'll be happier to be here. You'll feel more joy and delight in life, and you'll just be happy to be alive. And that will, bring back a lot of enthusiasm for being here. So The next one is Deep Secret. Deep Secret Rose is really good if your mind keeps going round and round in circles, if you're looping thoughts and you can't seem to interrupt them and they're not helpful, then Deep Secret Rose is one to reach for, especially also if you're aware that you're trying to resolve things by using your intellect and your mental capacity. And really, to be honest, most things resolve better if you can go into your heart and find your heart's inspiration for what to do. That will usually give you a more emotionally intelligent and deeper and wiser answer. So, Deep Secret will help you to do that because it clears old energies that restrict you from living from your heart. It particularly balances the solar plexus and the heart so that you're able to balance the power in your solar plexus with your heart, which brings you into a kind of more loving way of expressing your power in the world. The next one is Gentle Hermione, which is a beautiful, many-petaled pink rose. And it is all about self-worth, Gentle Hermione. So anywhere you don't feel valued, you find it difficult to deserve love, Gentle Hermione will kind of hold you and remind you you're just a beautiful person. You're made of love, and you absolutely deserve all the wonderful things in life. So if you're feeling lonely or unloved or you're just don't feel connected to people or even your soul, then Gentle Hermione will tenderly take you back into connection, and you'll find you're suddenly open to all the abundance that's out there. The next one, which I get a lot in, this one is called Green Rose, and I get this a lot in personal attunements when I do personal readings for people. I'm not sure if that's because I attract a lot of ex-witches or something, but Green Rose is really very good for supporting psychic development. So if you have had, let's say, a lot of psychic experiences as a child, but nobody really supported you or helped you understand what you were seeing or hearing or feeling. That was from, let's say, the invisible realms. For some people, they are invisible, and no one supported you in that, and so you just suppressed it and just thought, oh, well, this isn't getting a great reaction from people, so I'll stop talking about my imaginary friend or whoever it is that you see. Green Rose can help to bring you back and feel more supported in perhaps exploring those sensations again as an adult. And also, if you have had, which many of us have, past lives as a witch or a seer or something like that, and you were persecuted, or perhaps your ancestors in your family line might have been persecuted for having these kind of extrasensory gifts, then Green Rose will really help to resolve that, because you'll find that if that is in your family line, you're quite likely to find that you got bullied a lot yourself in this lifetime. It's often how we replay, things that have happened in our family line and weren't resolved. So Green Rose is a really good one to help you really express your psychic gifts. The next one is Handle Rose. Handle Rose is really good if you are aware of dimming your light. If you would like to step up and be more, more you, more fully you, but you're procrastinating, you're hesitating, it feels rather scary, and you need a bit of courage, then Handle Rose is really good for filling you with courage and filling you with a sense of positive, I deserve this. I absolutely am a valuable, instrument in the universe versus symphony, and I will play to, my maximum ability. So Handle will help you to, Handle Rose will help you to bring that your true nature out and to really express it without hesitation. The next one is iceberg rose, which, as the name suggests, is a white rose, and it's sort of suggestive of it, what it does. The name, because to me, because it sort of goes into the frozen bits of your heart and thaws them out. So it's really good if you're feeling alone or isolated. Or it's very hard for you to receive. Maybe somebody does want to, give you love and affection or abundance, and you just find it really difficult to believe that you can have that. If that's the case, then and also if you're feeling excluded, if you feel like you don't belong, you're always on the edges of everything, then this taking this rose will help to thaw you out, warm you up, open you up, so that you are able to receive abundance. You are able to feel welcomed into your community, your family, or whoever it is that you would like to feel connected to, and also help you to accept and to magnetize life's opportunities. The next one is Rose Irene of Denmark. Um, this is about memories of attack and persecution, and anywhere where your rights have been violated, that's left you feeling disempowered or ashamed. And again, this doesn't have to be this lifetime for you, or although it might have been watered down as sort of being picked on at school or something in this lifetime, but back in your family line, you may have find, if you look, that I don't know, your family was chased out of their country in a pogrom, or was persecuted for some reason. In which case, Irene of Denmark will really help to bring you back to a sense of no matter what, you are absolutely pure and innocent, no matter how you were treated, that you are whole, that you are divine, and it restores your sense of sovereignty and agency. The penultimate one in this video is Just Joey. Just Joey Rose is a lovely bright orange color. You can't miss it. It cheers you up just to look at it. And it is all about, well, it's a great one to take if you're feeling a bit low, a bit lethargic, a bit I can't seem to get my creativity going, you're a bit blocked. You might be feeling a bit weighed down by life and responsibilities. Just Joey really lightens you up. It brings in playfulness, it brings in a joie de vivre, it makes you really happy to be here. And you're much more able to access your creative inspiration. So a lovely one, that one. The next one and the last one I'll talk about in this video is Peace Rose, and that's actually probably the most popular rose that Crystal Herbs sell in terms of an essence, because it brings what most of us want, which is inner peace. It's great to take when you're feeling troubled, when anything is disturbing your peace in your heart. So it's a great one if you're feeling fearful about anything. If Particularly if when you go to do something that's inspired from your heart, that's what brings up the fear. So, if your attempts to not intellectualize and to go into your heart and just do something inspired from your heart makes you frightened, then Peace Rose helps you to feel at peace at being in your heart and living from your heart. It will help you to release the fear that you might be feeling, and just to realize that there is an inner place, a place within you that is at peace, even if around you everything just looks like complete chaos and confusing and difficult. There is always a peaceful sanctuary within yourself. It just takes you back there and can reconnect you with that. So that's all I'm doing on this video. If you liked it and you'd like to know a bit more about the rest of the range, then please just plug into the next video, and I'll go forward with the rest of it.